Shalom Akim. Once again, we're going to say all praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'adash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and millstone. Salutations to the Akim pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty, the hopeful elect, gone to four corners of the world. Shalom. This will be a quick lesson, alright? And Lord willing, it's edifying. Now, I just want to say, the title is going to be something along the lines of, you have to respect these athletes on the, alright? Because although they're not members of the Lord, they put themselves.
It's back on.
Alright, yeah, man. These athletes, they don't have the truth, you know? But
check the show.
But they did strive for that mastery, and we're doing the same thing. Striving for our crown, striving for the mastery when it comes down to this truth of the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, when it comes down to the Bible, okay, we strive for our mastery also. Now, I'm not gonna talk too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and right into the scriptures. It's 2 Timothy 2 and 3. It says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua." Now, when you go into the scriptures, this is Paul, all right, and he's basically comparing this truth to what people in the army, soldiers, all right. When you watch 300, but we go into the history, those are all Jakes. You watch 300, they train vigorously, man, to get ready for war. You know, so endure hardness as a good soldier. And you have Jakes that fought in all of these different wars, even for America, and you know they didn't really get any recognition. They didn't get any stripes because they were Jakes, but it's a lot of history on Jakes that really sway how the war was gonna end, you know. But that, of course, that's all due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But that's the same way we have to strive. You have to endure hardness as a good soldier. You know, them soldiers, they be out there for days without going for food. You know what I'm saying? Seeing bloodshed and coming home and dealing with it. That's the same thing we got to do on a spiritual aspect. All right? And the hardness is going into all the hell we're going to catch. All right? Spiritually, you know, everything is spiritual. Now, your woman might leave you. All right? You might get laid off. Okay? But you might lose friends. Okay, but so what? You gotta endure those things. All right, and then things are only gonna get worse when it comes down to this so-called white man's system. All right, his NWO that he wants to bring in. So we gotta endure, man. It says, "No man that entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier." And who chose us to be a soldier? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. What will we those men? Alright, so we can't get involved or be part of the world. Okay, because the world is darkness. Alright, and the Lord brought us into the light. Okay, and to get into in other words, you gotta have a single mind. Alright? Tunnel vision. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned. Yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. And striving for the masteries is what? Doing the works, going out there in the highways and byways, putting up these lessons, you know, following the laws to the best of your ability, rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah. I got something else. I said I can bring it up. I got another.
You can bring that out. Can somebody get? I believe it says give diligence to make your call election sure. Is it 2 Peter 1:10, or is it Philippians?
Okay. Yeah. That's right. You gotta give diligence. Let me get it real quick. Yeah. It's locked. I got it right now.
Okay.
You're speaking for anything.
Copy.
Yeah. No, it's locked, brother.
It's all good.
You can speak on it, man.
Yeah, because like the brother, the title or the theme of this show is, showing certain level of respect, because we know that these athletes, they're not men of the Lord, but we take what we can learn from what they do, such as their work ethic, all right, their diligence, okay, their discipline to achieve that goal, which is to be a pro athlete or whatever career that people are successful in, man. Well, it's the same concept and it's true.
I appreciate that.
2 Peter's 2.
1:10.
2 Peter's 1:10 says, Wherefore, the rather brethren, give diligence to make that calling an election.
Yep, yeah, it says, read that again, looks like.
Wherefore, the rather brethren, give diligence to make your calling an election sure.
Give diligence to make your calling an election sure. Yeah, you're calling into the Most High's ministry. You're calling into the fishing, going out on the highways and hedges, man. Being a servant of the Most High. All right, because we've been called into this thing, and Lord willing, we will be chosen. That's why we always say hope for elect. And it says give diligence. So you gotta work hard, man. Okay, you gotta put effort in. Okay, the Lord said, Revelation the 3rd chapter, I know thy works. The Lord sees everything that you do, and there is a reward for your works, man. Whether you did the right thing or you got people out there that's doing the wrong thing, man. Okay, but it's about diligence, man. All right, and like King Solomon said, what you put your hand forth to do it with all your might. And that's the same way that you gotta be in this truth. The Lord said you could never do enough in this truth. All right, you gotta seek the Lord 10 times more. Just like you got these athletes, they put the time and effort into mastering their, okay. You gotta do the same thing, man. We gotta be well learned in these scriptures. If we call ourselves teachers and prophets, right? You gotta eat the whole roll.
That's right.
For if you do all these things, you shall never fail.
Yeah, if you do all those things, you shall never fail. It's the same thing in the sports world. You don't prepare for your event, your sport event. All right, you're competing against some person. Okay, if you're not preparing, you're not putting the work in, you're not putting the time in the gym. Okay, like basketball, if you're not putting the time in the gym, you're not working on your handles or your dribble, you're not working on your shot. You know what I'm saying? Then when the time comes for you to perform, you ain't gonna show up. You're gonna get you're gonna get beat down. You're gonna take that L. You're gonna embarrass yourself. It's the same thing in this truth. Right? If you out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying, and somebody come up that might know some scriptures, and then they ask you a question, you saying, I'm gonna get back to you, you know what I'm saying? Then, people see that, man. It doesn't look good. You know?
Just count the cost.
Yeah.
Malaki done that?
Come.
Alright. This is 1 Corinthians 9:23. And this I do for the gospel. And Shalakim start 24. It says, know ye not that they which run in the race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So there it is, man. The truth is right now it's being compared to an actual race in the world. Like you watch Usain Bolt, you know, he put the time in to be a winner. All right. It says, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. So this thing is a race, man. You know, on a spiritual level, it's a race. You know, and we running in this race, and we trying to obtain this truth, so that in doing so we obtain salvation. Right? It says, and every man that striveth for the master is temperate in all things. Okay, real quick, I just want to see what's temperate saying.
Yeah, temperate, it means pretty much being balanced, man.
That's right.
You know, temperate in all things, man. Okay.
Real quick, I'm reading out the blue letter. Temperate in the blue letter is which it's I'm just, you know what? It's Strong's G1467. I'm trying to pronounce it. Tiomai. All right, and it says to exercise self-restraint, contain, all right, and die in chastity. Okay, be temperate. Pretty much what brother just said. To have a balance, man. You know, but also to have some integrity, man. So in this truth, really, what are we retaining ourselves from? The world, the flesh. All right. The scriptures say that the spirit war with the flesh, man. At war with the flesh, because you want to do the works. You want to be spiritual, but then you want to do worldly things also. So it's a constant battle. But at the same time, there is a balance. All right, as brother just brought out. I'm gonna go back to it. It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery. All right, and let me see what mastery say real quick.
You back?
All
Say
right.
that again. The last part.
Right. That was. This is mastery in the blue letter. When we look it up in the Strong's, it means. It says to endure, to fight, labor fervently, strive, and those examples is in the men of the ancient times, the prophets in the Bible. Then you have our leaders today, our heads today, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone on down, okay, and then Lord will us even the brothers you see across the world, man. Brothers is pushing this word. The last thing you want to do in the flesh is study. All right, but that's part of striving for that mastery. I'm gonna go back now. It says, and 1 Corinthians 9:25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. And on a worldly aspect, these people don't have sex. These athletes don't have sex. They don't drink. All right, they have their own chefs.
Don't smoke.
They don't smoke. You know, and you could tell the ones that do these things because they don't last long, but the ones that don't, that restrain themselves, that strive for the mastery. All right, they're